All right, guys, how's it going? Flexxico 2X is in this. Sorry, here. Today we are going to be discussing Young Thug blocking 9 Vicious on iMessage. Happened right before our eyes. Yeah, didn't think I'd see this coming, but here we are. You guys can actually watch my older videos. I've been documenting Nine's rise since 2024. You guys all know where he is at this point in time. You guys watch this journey with me, some of you, and yeah, man, there's 2 videos I've made back in the past in regards to his ties with Young Thug and who he's signed to, and those videos will be linked in this video as well. But yeah, right here, this is a whole hour. 9 Vicious signing a new deal. Him getting involved with Republic and Mercury and create music. But this stems from Young Thug's story. It's actually still on his story as we speak. It's a screenshot of his conversation with 9 Vicious in an iMessage with a text from 9 as far back as June 21st. So we're talking about a month ago. 9 sends him a post from Our Generation Music, which is right here, where he signed a new deal with Young Thug worth millions of dollars. This claim came from a PlaqueBoyMax stream. So we're going to just take a look at a few things. This video's not going to be too long. I mean, you guys already know their history and things. So yeah, let's get right into it. So before we even get into the clip, let's kind of dissect this screenshot here. I posted it on my page as well, as in many other pages on Twitter. That's all old. All right, here we go. So Young Thug shares a screenshot of a text from 9 Vicious after 9 sent him a post claiming Thug said his new deal was worth millions. 9 replied, "This cap, I don't even talk like this." Thug has 9's number saved as prohibited sign 9. And we'll get into why I thought that was like the way his contact was saved, but that actually was not the case. So let's pull this up here. Okay. So again, this was posted on Young Thug's story, and this is a message from June 21st. And in this post, 9 Vicious had actually commented, right? He commented on this Our Generation Music post, which is not there anymore. But he pretty much says Capiana to this. And we're going to play that clip actually right now. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, right here. Okay, here we go. Young Thug confirms 9 Vicious has re-signed with him for millions of dollars while on stream with PlaqueBoyMax. Make sure you guys can hear that too real quick. One sec. All right, here we go.
What the hell is 9 Vicious signed BNS? What the fuck that mean?
I think he just typo. He's just asking is he signed.
Yeah, 9 Vicious is signed. Yes, 9 Vicious is signed. 9 Vicious is signed to me. I seen some things on the internet a few moments ago, like a few months ago. They was like, "Oh, 9 Vicious not signed to Thug no more," and this and that and that. Yeah, I re-signed him and I gave him we gave him some millions.
Shout out 9. He been going
Shout
crazy.
out 9, he getting millions.
Going stupid.
Yeah, walking in.
They said, "Damn, Thug, give you."
That he re-signed to him and he's getting millions M's, right? So in this original Our Generation Music post, 9 had commented Capiana. Okay, so hinting that Young Thug was lying about that. So that got a lot of people stirred up when this originally came out. And niggas were just mad confused because there's been a lot of debate whether if 9 was really signed to YSL or if he was signed to Thug. As you know, they've had some, or 9 has had some issues he's been a little vocal about on the internet. And I talked about stuff like that in my other videos I'll link here, but we're not going to go through all that because it's already been discussed and things. So it's pretty strange how Thug just decided to post this on his story, but not only is that strange, we now find out that 9 comes back around and says, that that this was cap, right? Like that him saying this was cap. This cap, I don't even talk like that. So, you gotta have to think to yourself now, did did someone hack him and say that, dude? Like, or, you know, I mean, let's be real. Nine probably did say this. He might have been trying to save face, you know. Who knows, man? Who knows? Okay. But another thing that stood out here was not just Nine saying that this was fake to Thug, but the contact shows a blocked sign next to his name, which at first I thought that Thug had saved Nine's contact as this. Apparently, and shout out to 7:30 at morning for letting me know. That mean blocked, Flex. I didn't know, man. All right. I don't have many people blocked on my phone, so I wouldn't necessarily know. Even though I've been working with Apple devices since the first iPhone. So I mean a lot has changed since then. Okay. But yeah, apparently this means that Young Thug blocked Nine Vicious. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Pretty interesting to say the least. Now this comes at a very interesting time in Nine's career. Over the last few months, feels like every conversation surrounding him has been about the Chase situation, K3, London. Well, actually, that was like the last couple weeks. But at the same time, Doug has been making a lot of moves with artists around him, such as the ØWAY Boys, 1300 Saint. If you probably noticed in the last few weeks, you've also seen how much support Doug has been showing the ØWAY camp. You see Thug with the ØWAY team at a Drewski show. You see him at let's see, yeah, they just had a $1 show together in NYC. They're in the studio together with Quavo. You just see Thug everywhere with the ØWAY camp. Tezzus, Diamond, Shoddy Rock, showing a lot of them boys a lot of love, you know? You see him everywhere with them. They were at Summer Smash together. I've documented like all of this stuff. Thug's like always bumping Tezzus on his Instagram. Yeah, but like artists like Tezzus, Diamond, Peasy, those relationships have become very public. You know, he's at these shows, he's bringing them out of stage, he's reposting their music, he's making all their projects like his profile picture on IG. And yeah, they're even about to go on a tour too, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, YSL tour. Yeah, here we go, the New Generation tour. He's even going on tour with Tezzus, Diamond, 1300 Saint, Iris, Hume, Biggs, Unky, and special guests Nav. Right? So from the outside looking in, it definitely feels like their relationships have continued to grow. No problems there. The interesting thing though is that Nine's relationship with Doug has been very hard to read. Doug has spoken like high of Nine publicly. You know, we've heard him talk about signing him, then signing him. He mentions this multi-million-dollar deal. Now he's posting their text messages together. So there's definitely some level of communication. But if you followed Nine for a while, you've probably seen some of the more subliminal posts that he's made over the last few months. There's definitely been moments. There's definitely been moments where fans interpreted like some tweets and Instagram stories as Nine's frustration with Doug and signing. But it almost feels like he wasn't really getting the same level as public support as some of the other artists around him. But again, that's just how people interpreted those posts. None of us really know what those conversations look like behind the scenes at all. At the end of the day, social media only shows us a tiny piece of actually what's happening. Just because we don't see Young Thug and Nine together publicly all the time doesn't necessarily mean there is a problem. And just because we see Thug around Tezzus and Diamond more often doesn't automatically mean he's picking favorites either. We really don't know. You know, we really don't know. There's also been a conversation that's been floating around recently, and everything that's involving the YSL camp itself. Over the last few weeks, fans noticed that Nine was unfollowing 1300 Saint, or had unfollowed 1300 Saint on Instagram. And this came right after ØWAY brought out 1300 Saint brought ØWAY out at Summer Smash, which was right around, I think I have that up. Yeah, at this performance right here. You know, you see Thug, there's Thug like recording Tezzus and them boys. There's 1300 Saint right there. But, you know, people will start putting these things together and creating their own narratives, you know. It's all like speculation, like maybe the timing and things. But I'm not really presenting that as like a fact either. We really don't know why people unfollow each other. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. It could mean something. It could also mean absolutely nothing, right? But because Nine's name has been attached to so many conversations lately, fans have started paying attention to every single little move that he makes. I think that's just where we're at right now. There's like still a lot we don't know. I do find it very strange why Thug would like post this. It does give us a little context, like Nine kind of backtracking on this comment that he had made. I physically remember seeing the comment being there. I do. You know, we went from Thug talking about re-signing him for a deal worth millions, Nine saying no, that's cap, but then telling Thug that was cap. But yeah, man, the truth is, like, I mean, until somebody really comes out and explains how everything is structured, or we continue seeing how the relationship develops, we're all kind of just watching it play out in real time. So that's really all there is there. I thought it was a pretty interesting update because it really just gives us another glimpse into Nine and Thug's relationship. I don't even know if maybe this was the last time they even spoke. This was a couple weeks ago, as today is July 12th. Maybe it answers some questions. Maybe it creates more. We kind of just have to wait and see, man. We've just came so far, man. I mean, I'm talking like when Lil Goddard had first said that Nine was signed to Thug, man. We just came so far from that. That was back in March of 2025. Yeah, man, it's just been very hard to read what has been going on with the whole Nine and YSL thing. The last thing I remember was him having a deal with Create Music as well. So that's the independent, they work with independent artists. They're more of like an independent label kind of situation. But yeah, it's been very murky. We really don't know, man. Like, we really don't know. We're just going based off of things that we've seen. And from what we all thought initially, from, Thug's words himself, Nine had signed a new deal worth millions. But yeah, man, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see. Let me know what you think down below. Do y'all think everything's good between Nine and Thug? Do you think there's still more going on behind the scenes that we know? Yeah, I just want to also say that none of us are in these private conversations, and this video is based on publicly available posts, statements, and interactions. But yeah, if any more updates come out, you already know I'll be covering them here. This has been Flexxico 2X. Appreciate everybody that's been rocking with the channel lately. We're officially over 1,000 subscribers now. And I definitely can't thank y'all enough. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.